So as you know, we went down in January for another trip, a work trip. We went down and got a bunch of other things done that needed to be done. It was Jimmy, my brother, it was David, Ben, and me. And it was a great trip. We had our ups and downs, like always. We had a rough plan, but we pretty much just went with a list of things that needed to be done. And once again, you know, we saw the Lord open doors and things fell in place. There was other things that were obstacles, but we went with it, and it was a great trip. We had the structure up, you know, pretty much the roof at that point. We had the walls, we had the water cistern finished. So what we did is we had to go down and figure out the electrical, finish the plumbing, and that's what we did. We took Jimmy and David, who are both very good contractors, builders. So we got there, we hit the ground running, getting electrical supplies, which was kind of tough. There is one Home Depot in the capital city of Tuxtla, so we got as much there, but then the rest of the time they had to go out to all the mom and pop shops, which is the way it works there, and so it took them a lot longer than they expected.
Like it takes you 3 hours to find something like this and 3 minutes to install it.
But they got it done. And meanwhile, Ben and I worked on putting the piping together. We had this cool system where it melts the pieces and they go together. And we pressure tested it. Enoch and the guys were continuing to work on various other projects throughout the place. They were stuccoing, they were putting a frame together for pouring the cover over the septic system. The other thing that we did is we poured the floors. They had a revolver, and we all got in there filling buckets and hauling them in and dumping them in there, and Enoch and his helper, they were screening it, or whatever you call that, flattening it all out, and got it done in record time. And then there was some other things that came up. The owner of the property next to us, but kind of between us and the main road, he happened to be over there, and we got the chance to go over and talk to him about the possibility of purchasing that sometime in the future. And so we're excited about what God has there. Of course, you know, the most important part of the trip, just interacting and getting to do things with the kids. That was a central theme throughout the whole time we were there. It was just really great, you know. We get to take the time and show the kids, here's what we're doing and for these reasons. And it's just so cool because this is for them. This is their house, you know. So despite getting sick and, you know, things not working out exactly perfect, everything went well. It was great. And we saw God's grace acting in every situation once again. So, we will be going back again in the future to continue working, and there are, you know, the guys that are continuing to work, Enoch and the other guys, just working towards completing this thing. We thank you so much for your support, especially praying, like always, you know, just praying that God would guide us and show us how to make these decisions, what needs to happen next, to use the resources wisely. And most of all, we don't want to, of course, get lost in all the work. You know, we want to always focus on the most important thing, which is, you know, these boys and meeting their needs, and that their hearts could receive healing, you know, that they could find answers, find security, find direction. And so thank you for praying for that. And if you want to contribute, go to the website, campamos.org, and it will tell you how to do that. You can sign up. There's actually a place to put in your email, and those emails, I just send out an email update every once in a while as well, including the Camp Amos News, which is going to be publications that have stories that eventually we want to bind into books of different stories that Matthew tells. Just amazing things God is doing through this project. So, yeah, thanks again. And follow the updates, and share it around. Help spread the word. That'll be awesome. Thanks, guys.